Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. We have our power talk for your peak potential. And
I want the top of my hair to be in the video.
Oh, okay. Key moments. And we have our special guest here, who's actually not going to be just a special guest. He is going to be a regular. Yay! Me and Sam are going to do these videos together every single week. So, hey, how fun is that? Are you super excited?
So excited.
He's so excited. We just got done eating chicken wild rice soup, which was so good, so good.
I'm still eating mine, but...
He's still eating. I summoned him over to come do our 8 o'clock video.
Yeah, so what are we talking about tonight, Dr. Julia?
Yeah, so tonight we are going to talk about how to tap in...
Just go over a little bit more.
Jeez. How to tap into your creativity and your creative side. And it was a topic brought up by Sam. Because, as a lot of you guys know, Sam is a very talented and gifted musician, and a lot of his life and a lot of his days are spent tapping into his creative side and trying to get that to flow so then he can write awesome songs. So,
That's
Sam,
right.
That's right. So what are your thoughts on that? How do you tap into your creativity?
I wanted to talk about creativity tonight because I wanted to see how Dr. Julia could tie this back to chiropractic.
Yeah, which I can do for everything, so bring it on.
That's true. But over the past year, I've really looked at the creative process and why some people are able to really, in the music world, write consistently really incredible songs. Yeah. And I can't speak for these people, but I can speak for myself in that I've learned there's kind of a way to tap into that creative aspect of, oh, hey Grandma.
I saw her too.
Yeah.
Hey Marlis.
Yeah. I've found, and this may be consistent with everybody, it may be just for me, but there's a few different avenues that can be taken to reach a real creative spark. Number one, just being in the flow, so being consistent and just, if there's nothing coming out, just being very, very consistent and continually working at it and seeing over time, you're gonna vomit a bunch of content. It might not be good. He doesn't actually
vomit.
Content.
Okay, content.
It may not be good, but it may be preparing you for something really, really great, just with that experience.
Yeah.
Or...
I can speak to that too as being a dance teacher, where I've been trying to choreograph for hours, and finally you're like, I'm just gonna keep going, just go, and then finally that 8 count comes and I'm like, all right, that was good.
Yeah.
So, and
then there's also I'm sorry, I got distracted by that Snapchat notification. There's also, so you could put out a bunch of material that you don't think is any good, over, by continually just working at it, and then you could actually come back and review it and see that there's little golden nuggets of really awesome material in there.
Yeah. That
you can pick, and you can kind of compile all these little golden nuggets that are sporadic within this body of work, and then compile that into something that's actually worth pursuing.
Yeah, and it's a hit.
So that's one way.
Okay.
Another way, working on really tapping into, there's 2 avenues to tap into the creative process. One being, you can take an experience, you can internalize the experience, and then you can try to portray what that experience did for you. Another way that is kind of like my secret weapon.
Oh.
That I've worked on over the past year is really going to a state of no emotion, just kind of like silence and just ease. There you go, ease. Yeah. And just not letting any of my emotions or my thoughts divert me from, something that could be really, really incredible. Because I know a good example of this, both combined with kind of going to that state of silence and then just kind of listening what's there, and then also the workflow on just always working. I know Prince, the late great Mr. Prince,
who used to live right down the
he lived right down the street from us.
Yeah.
Well, a couple miles.
Yeah, pretty close.
He was writing a song a day, through, I don't know how early in his career he started this, but I know up until the end, that's what he was doing. Just always writing music. And I can't imagine that he was thinking, oh, I got to write about this subject now because I haven't done that yet. Is more of an inborn, innate experience of just kind of getting your emotions and your thoughts out of the way and listening to, something that could be, that spark. So those are a couple.
That's awesome.
Things I have to say about creativity today.
That's great. Okay, I have some things now.
Okay, let's hear it, Dr. Julia.
To share. Okay, so your first one about just continually working and continually doing things. I can definitely relate to that, especially with more so teaching dance. But that second one of finding that place of stillness, finding that place of silence, and then tapping into that to then create from that and to find the inspiration in there to inhale that and then exhale what you want. For him, it's his song. For other people, other artists, it might be painting. For me, it may be dance. For chefs, it may be their gourmet meal that they made, not necessarily us in our crock pot with our chicken wild rice soup, but that's pretty good too. But where I come in with this with chiropractic, my take on that is to be able to listen to that. First, your physiology has to be open to that. A lot of times if people are stuck in a stress mode and fight or flight and they're constantly either thinking about their past, a past stress that happened to them that is continually replaying in their nervous system because they cannot integrate that and they cannot move past that, or else a lot of people are worried about what's in front of them. What's tomorrow going to bring? Where am I going to be in 5 years? Everything like that. And so people are either stuck in the past or they're stuck in the future and they're not present with it. And to be open and to be aware, to actually tap into that silence and into that creative space, I would say that you have to be in that present moment. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's huge.
And I can say my best songs were written very, very quickly from a state of ease where I stopped thinking and worrying about the past or the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those best songs just, you hear about famous musicians talking about, I woke up from a dream and this song was written.
Yeah.
There's no effort really in that artistic expression when it's true. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't have to be hard. And when we say work, like, it doesn't have to be like a struggle. It's just you can continuously putting effort into something to then create something great. But to bring us back to that present moment. So that's exactly what an adjustment does for your nervous system, is it allows you to be in that present moment. It allows your nervous system to integrate all of your past experiences and help you like just kind of forget about all those like future worries that people are so consumed about. And it just brings you to the present, and it brings your brain and your body to connect as one. And especially in the technique that I practice, I can help your body connect with the places of ease and that places that are those available resources within your body, to then spread that and to then spread that present moment. So then people like Sam and other practice members can then tap into their creative genius, tap into that innate intelligence that they have within, and things don't have to be so hard. It doesn't have to be so hard to be aware and to listen to that stillness and to have that creative spark and have that like creative and not even creative, but just like that connection with the people in their lives. Is that happens when people are most present in their body.
I think a big thing that ties creativity to chiropractic is awareness, and that's a word that you said.
Yeah.
In that everything that I talked about early on comes with a sense of awareness. You have to be aware that there's going to be a period of a lot of material that's put out that might not work. But if you're aware that, you know, you keep working at it, or you're aware of the stillness, and that it's just an infinite source of creativity that you can just tap into.
Yeah.
That comes with awareness. And that awareness comes through being connected with
your physiology.
Your physiology.
Yeah. So a shift in your physiology, a shift into your brain to connect with places of ease within your body versus being stuck in fear or stuck in the past or stuck in the future. That's then when your awareness, your brain literally shifts and it changes, which is so amazing. I was just talking with a practice member today about how they used to think that your brain couldn't change. If someone had a brain injury or spinal cord or their nervous system was damaged in any way, the doctor was like, all right, well, that's kind of a bummer. Like, we don't really have anything for you. But now, with all the latest new research coming out with neuroplasticity, which actually, if you think about it, means that your nervous system, your neurology, your brain, and your spinal cord is plastic. It is very moldable. It is very bendy. But it needs to be having that right information for it to actually change and shift. But when that happens, then you can have different awarenesses. And then you become more present within your body, and you can have a greater awareness of, one, what's happening around you, and two, what's happening around other people, and just like around your whole life and around the experiences. Is that what you were kind of saying before I went off on my other little stream there?
You lost me with neuroplasticity.
What? How? What don't you understand about it?
No, I understand. I just started dozing off a little bit.
Oh, well, that doesn't make me doze off at all. Raise your hand if that does not make you doze off. I know some other people too.
Yeah.
Like his sister Natalie, she is doing, she's in a CNS class right now, which is your central nervous system. And she's drawing this like big model. Oh, okay, you know what? Over Thanksgiving, we will do a Facebook Live with Natalie, Sam's sister, and she will have that model, and we will show you. So, Natalie, if you watch this, you really better bring it home, because not only do I want to look at it and totally nerd out, we're actually going to use that, and that's going to be so cool. So, make sure you bring that home, Natalie. Thank you. Okay, back to what we were saying, though, about tapping into the creative. And also, a huge thing that triggered in my mind when I was talking about that was that, so for Sam and for other artists, you always kind of want to be in that state of flow, right? That's when things come easy, and also when you're talking about how you just like keep putting it out, keep putting it out, keep putting it out, and it's going to finally come back to you. So to really establish that flow first in your external world, and that may not be if you're an artist, that may be if you know, you're trying to get your career started, if you're trying to better your golf game, if you're trying to sell a lot of t-shirts. I'm just thinking about what his siblings do. But anyways, you know, when your life, you feel better when things are just flowing and you just feel like you're just like in the flow with things. And really, to have the flow externally, you first have to have a flow internally happening. That comes from your brain to your body, and from your body back up to your brain, and just constantly in a nice flow versus things getting stuck along the way. What do you have to say about that?
I agree. Yeah.
Anything to add?
Nope.
No?
No, I'm in the flow, so whatever I had is gone.
That's okay.
And that's another thing. In the creative, when I'm like really tapped in, I have to record it immediately or write it down, because if I don't, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's like a dream.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really very often remember what you dreamed about.
That's true. And I can attest to that.
There's a song in that, I think.
Yeah.
It's like a dream. I just, like, there we go. That's a song idea. I'm not even lying right now. I just came up with a song idea that I'm going to write down on my phone.
Hey, so. There we go. Yay, Facebook Live. So Sam and Julia. Oh, and look, he has his guitar.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
No.
Which, by the way, I was talking with a practice member today, and we were talking about going to that guitar. Me and Sam went to this guitar shop this weekend, which was really fun. More so probably for him because he was all about it. But
yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Voted the 6th best guitar shop in the country, and it's here in St. Paul.
Yeah, so that's awesome. But she was like, oh yeah, I have a family friend who, he would come up to our cabin and we would just be like cooking breakfast and he would just be like playing his guitar. And she said the words, it's like it was how he like breathed. And I was like, that's exactly how it is with Sam. Like, seriously. And I was like, yeah, like, we'll be sitting on the couch or, like, watching a movie or whatever, and he'll always just have his guitar. It's never just, like, me and Sam just, like, sitting here, like, hanging out. It's, like, pretty 95% of the time. The guitar is involved.
Yeah, I put an Instagram post up a couple months ago. It was, like...
Yeah.
It was a picture of me, Julia, and one of my guitars. And it was, like... Yeah. The typical love triangle.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's the truth. But I love the guitars anyways. And I feel like life would be really quiet and boring if...
No, actually, I think I said, isn't she beautiful? And then Julia commented on the post.
Oh, yeah, I was like, the love triangle is real, people.
me or the guitar, Sam.
Yeah. Both.
We're going to do a pop quiz, though. Not right now. Oh. In a later video. I told you the name of this guitar last week.
You should just do it right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the name?
What is the name of this guitar? And bonus points if you can tell me the story on why it got this name.
Yeah. So if you don't know, what should they win?
How about a free exam at your office? 50% off.
Sounds like yeah, if you guys are local and that you're interested in that, then do that for sure. That would be great. Okay, 50% off an exam, that would be great. If you get it right and you aren't local, I'll write you a song. Oh, that's cool too. Okay, that's winner. Unless you're related, if you're related to me and you put the answer in the comments. Bruce and Lonnie. Oh, come on. Sam's grandma, Marlis. You win. Yeah, grandma wins. Just get to write her a song. Always. Yeah, you should write your grandma a song. Yeah. Alright, do we have anything else to add? No, so just to recap, creativity. First, to be creative in your external world, you first have to be in the flow, and you have to have your awareness and your physiology right internally, so then you can go out and you can manifest exactly what you want externally. So, and that's what Sam does every day with writing his music, and that's what I get to help him do, and I get to help all my other practice members do, which is just amazing. And also, stay tuned for our practice member of the week video and the picture this week. I am just going to tell you that it is so cute. So, and you will even learn a little bit of a different language. So, stay tuned for that.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks
Have a nice evening.
thanks for watching.
We'll see you next Monday.
Yeah, sounds good.